Alright, Sean, here's your video. There's the coffee, whole bean, and cheap out and get the ground. What I do is I measure 100 grams per 3 cups. You can see here, 9 cups of water. Oh shit. This is not easy to do while you're watching through a phone. So normally you would just add 100. But what I do is I take this and I just make 3 equal containers, even though it screws up the ratio. But if you're doing it by the book, you would weigh out 100 grams. Alright, so we have our 100 grams. And this is my grinder. This is a Baratza Encore. Highly recommend it. You want to grind it on a coarse setting. I do a little bit at a time because if you fill up the whole thing, it gets clogged every time, so I only do a little bit. Grind. Alright, now when it's done grinding, just go into the water. Give it a little stir. And I always do a double serving. Don't be cheap and get 2 jars. So much easier. And same thing, back in. Alright, everything's ground. It's in the jars. You can either put it in the refrigerator or leave it on the counter if it's not in direct sunlight and it's not hot. 12 hours or 24 hours. That's what I usually do, overnight. So right now, if it's 3, if you got up in the morning and wanted to do it, that's fine. Or if you want to do it after work, you can do it. And it's good to go. Okay, so now we have to strain our coffee. Get a nice mesh strainer and a bowl. Try to find one where it sits nice and flat. If you're lucky, you get one that you can hang here. A little LPT for you. And without a filter, we're gonna dump. Just make sure your bowl is big enough. It does come up pretty high. Now I just take and I clean this out.
Did stop it, now it started.
Okay, I'm just gonna take this. Okay. Okay, done. All right. So we have, this coffee has been through the strainer without the filter. Now we want to make sure our second jar is clean because this is the final product. Make sure the bowl's clean, no junk in the strainer, and wet the filter. Which was these. Very gently. Sometimes it makes a mess. And that's it. Alright, it does take a while to strain it. It's kind of a slow process. I just put some in, strain it, and I transfer. I always try to go left to right. Alright, so once we get coffee from under there, we have our finished jug. This is our concentrate. We don't drink this straight. We take that coffee and you can either mix it equal parts, hard to see, 16 ounces, 16 ounces, or if you want to stretch it out, I go down to the 12. 12 ounces coffee to 16, or equal parts 1 to 1. That's it. Give it a stir, put it in the fridge, and done.